Hello, hello, hello. My name is Steven, and with me this week is Jordan. Say hello to the people, Jordan.
Hi.
And we're here to discuss Tommy Lee Wallace's 1982 horror film, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Now, Jordan, how many times have you seen this movie in your life?
You want an honest answer or like?
Yeah, I want an honest answer. We
I
don't lie
saw
on
it
this
once.
podcast.
I saw it once when I was a child on the AMC horror movie marathon. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And then I saw it once when I was an adult some years ago. And then this week was the third time I've watched it.
I feel like, well, you don't watch it enough. I think I watch it every Halloween.
I don't watch it enough.
I watch it every Halloween season because I don't know why. It just gets me in the mood for Halloween.
Here's something to admit. Here's something I'll admit. Well, last year, me and my girlfriend watched a bunch of Halloween movies all through October. We watched the Halloween series. We skipped Halloween 3.
Oh, wow. Why did you do that?
Today's the first time we watched it together.
Why did you do that?
I was like, I said, it's not about Michael Myers. Do you want to watch it?
And she was like,
yeah, just like the audience was in 1982.
82.
Yeah.
Well, yes. So the movie doesn't have Michael Myers in it. And I will read the synopsis for anyone that doesn't know about Halloween 3. And then we'll get into, I'll talk a little bit about the history for like a sentence or two. So, okay, reading this straight off IMDb. This is the synopsis for Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Kids all over America want silver shamrock masks for Halloween. Dr. Daniel Chalice seeks to uncover a plot by Silver Shamrock owner Kanal Cochran.
Yeah, I love that guy.
So yeah, that's the synopsis.
That makes it sound way more epic than the movie actually is. But go on.
But the thing is, I like this movie more than I think that it's a good movie because I think it's.
What does that even mean?
It's like a guilty pleasure, I guess. Because it's like the Adam Sandler movie Click. It's not the best movie, and I acknowledge that, but I really like the movie and I really enjoy watching it. I think that this movie is all right. It's like good at max. It's not great. It's like a 7 max, 7 out of 10 max. But it's really like a 6. I know. That's what I'm saying. It's really like an all right movie, but my enjoyment of me watching it, I don't know, it brings it to a 7. It's just, I don't know. It's a horror mystery thriller with some sci-fi put in there. And I don't know, I really dig horror mystery movies, you know, like Scream and like Shutter Island. I don't know. I really dig this movie. And I like the history behind the movie too, because John Carpenter was like, all right, I made Halloween.
Series,
yeah, he was like, I made Halloween. I don't want to make any more. And then they were like, okay, we're going to make more Halloween movies, whether you want to or not. And he was like, okay, I'll write this one. It's talking about the second one, but he didn't direct it. And then he was like, okay, please don't make any more. We killed him. We killed Michael Myers at the end of the second one. So just don't make any more. But me and Deborah Hill, my producing partner, we want to make this into an anthology series. And they were like, okay. And then this is what came of it. I think.
Sorry for the loss.
Yeah. And then of course everyone hated it at the time. They were like, where's Michael Myers? This is stupid. But now it's kind of like a cult classic, and you're like a horror hipster if you like this movie. And I will take that title all day.
Here's the thing. Mm-hmm. This movie, underrated by people who haven't seen it or don't like it. An underrated movie by the people who do like it, extremely overrated. I think it's a very average movie. Okay. I don't think it's that creepy.
No,
but I don't think it's a terrible movie.
No, like I'm saying, it's like all right at best. It's not like good. It's definitely not like 10 out of 10. No, there's no way
It's
this
not
is a
Halloween
movie.
levels. It's not
No,
Halloween 1.
no.
I'd say Halloween 2 is better, my
Than
opinion.
this?
Yeah, I think Halloween 2. I like Halloween 2 the same way you like this movie. I think Halloween 2 is a good sequel.
Okay.
I don't think it's a good movie, but it's a good sequel.
Okay, that's interesting. I think I also like this movie because of the history behind it. I like how they made the two movies. They made both the Halloween movies, and they were like, "Okay, we're done. We're making this anthology series." I think I really would have enjoyed. I wish there was some alternate universe that I lived in where there was only the first Halloween movie, and then they came into it with the idea of making it, or after they finished Halloween, they were like, okay, we're gonna make this anthology series, and then this was the second movie, or a
My thing
series,
is,
or something in there. Because I think, wait, hold on, I think a anthology series of films that are set on Halloween that come out, they're like kind of like low budget, that come out like every year or in October. I think that's a great idea. But I don't know. People don't like anthology series, especially when it's like just like a whole bunch of short films in one movie that's an anthology. But I really want a series. Like I think like Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, or like Are You Afraid of Halloween, or not Are You Afraid of the
Are You
Dark?
Afraid
I
of the
mean,
Dark?
Are You Afraid of the Dark? I think Are You Afraid of Halloween?
That's a sequel to Halloween Kills, dude.
Michael Myers is walking around with a little name tag that says Halloween. Are you afraid of Halloween? I think that Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark and Are You Afraid of the Dark? I think those when those two movies were announced, I was like, okay, great. I was like, this is their Hollywood's chance. Make an anthology series, different director in the same kind of world, and release them like every year. Make the budget low, make them creepy, take a chance, and like go. Like that's a great idea for me. But Hollywood hates me, and they're never going to do that. It seems.
I mean, that alternate universe. When don't we get that anyway?
Do we?
Like, we don't. Horror movies come out every year on Halloween.
But they're not all set on Halloween night in the same universe.
Was that the
directors.
plan? They're all set on Halloween night.
I think so. Yeah.
What's the difference between Halloween night and like one set in summer?
It's not the same vibe.
I feel yeah. It's not like yeah. I mean, I like Michael Myers though.
No, like, yeah. I mean, I like Michael Myers.
Sad. I would be sad if we lived in an alternate universe and we never got another Michael Myers film.
I think I would have enjoyed this alternate universe that I was talking about, having just the first Halloween movie, then Halloween Season of the Witch, and then they continued on that anthology series, and then like the newest Halloween that came out with David Gordon Green directing. If that still came out, I think that would be perfect, because then they wouldn't have the entire series like completely messed up with Busta Rhymes and LL Cool J fighting.
Halloween Resurrection is the best film ever made, but go on.
I think that them messing up the franchise, all of that wouldn't have happened. And then if they had been like, okay, if Halloween would have been as successful as it was in the day, and then still would have been popular, then people would have been like begging for a sequel, and they never made it. And then David Gordon Green made his sequel, and then the subsequent sequels, that would have been great.
Here's the question though. Would this entire series at all be as popular if the Michael Myers films weren't popular? Or if they didn't exist, I should say. Would you have ever watched Halloween 3 if Halloween, The Return of Michael Myers, Revenge of Michael Myers, Resurrection, would you have watched Halloween 3 if those didn't exist? Would you even know what Halloween is? Would you have seen the first one if those didn't exist?
Well, that's a good question. And this, I mean, since we don't live in an alternate universe, I don't have the answer to that question, but probably not. I guess not. But I'm saying if Halloween had that same popularity, and then the sequel, or it was an anthology series, and the Season of the Witch was the next movie, then I would have seen it because it would have been the next movie in the anthology series, and I would have wanted to continue.
Yeah, but like you said, Halloween 3 wasn't successful and it was negatively reviewed.
Yeah, and then that probably
would they have made? Yeah, would they?
Yeah.
If they didn't bring Michael Myers back, I don't think another one would have been made.
Yeah, probably not.
Got him.
I still want an anthology series.
Absolutely. It's called Goosebumps.
A Goosebumps movie, or like a HBO adult R-rated Goosebumps series with every director making
Tales from the Dark Side.
Oh yeah, Tales from the Dark Side.
What's the other one with the Crypt Keeper? Yeah.
Have you seen the new? Yeah, we're not gonna get into that. We're here to talk about Halloween.
Podcast.
It's not the off-topic movie podcast. So you said that the movie was all right and that you liked. You talk about it. You talk about it. I'll listen.
Okay. Now, like I said, overrated by people that like it, underrated by people who have never seen it, think it's trash. But like, I think it's boring. I think the first half, that sounds terrible because it's like that's the lead up to like the spooky parts. But I just think it's so nonsensical. How I can't see a plot synopsis right now, but I wish I could. He's a doctor.
He's a doctor, and then he's like a detective. He's like, you know what? Screw it. I saw this guy die. I'm gonna be a detective.
He's like, that guy went in that car and blew himself up. I want to know what's going on, but it's like, why?
I think I don't get why it followed the doctor, and why it didn't just follow like a detective from the beginning, or
why didn't it follow the daughter, Ellie?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably because women-led movies back in the day, especially after them knowing that this was a risk.
This could have been Alien before Alien.
It could have been. But also, Alien already came out.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, but I didn't want to sound dumb, so.
I mean, they even copied.
Years before this, I think.
They even copied Alien in parts of this, which I'm not going to get into because of spoilers. But continue. You were saying that the movie was boring and nonsensical.
Well, I think the first part, clearly there is magic involved in this movie, right? There are magical things that happen that are never explained, and they're not called magic, but like they don't dive into that at all. They go, oh yeah, Irish magic makes sense.
Well, it's not magic. It's the Season of the Witch, Jordan. Season of the Witch.
That's magic.
Witches isn't magic.
Witches use magic.
Witchcraft is not magic. Witches use witchcraft. They don't use magic. Magicians use magic.
I don't want to spoil anything yet, but it's definitely implied that they had androids back when Stonehenge was made. But go on. I'll go on about magic.
No, this movie doesn't. If you think about it for more than like half a second, it doesn't make any sense. Because, I mean, and I think, but that's why I'm like, it's a guilty pleasure, because it doesn't really make sense, but I like it anyway. Like Jeepers Creepers. Like I'm gonna spoil a little bit of Jeepers Creepers for a second. Jeepers Creepers is a creature who wakes up every like 23rd spring or whatever, and then he feeds and then he hibernates. But also in the movie, you can turn on the radio and you hear a certain song, like the Jeepers Creepers song, Like you hear his theme song on the radio before he attacks you. How does that make sense? How does he create? How does he manipulate the radio waves around his victims and make it like his calling card and make you know?
Jeepers Creepers magic.
It just doesn't make sense. But I like the movie. He
also
anyway.
Can fly, but he drives a truck. So yeah,
yes, exactly. And like, where did he learn how to drive? Who taught him? Did he have his driver's license? He has a license plate, which means his car is registered at the DMV.
Listen.
And the license plate is beating you. He got customized plates. He like went on the DMV website or went to the DMV and customized these plates. Doesn't make any sense.
On. Yeah. Like the 70s when he was awake the last time are crazy. But listen. The whole Halloween series has these like things that you can't explain. Like in Halloween 1, Michael Myers is the embodiment of evil, meaning that he clearly can teleport and he can use some type of like, I mean, obviously that's explained in other movies that we're not going to talk about, but he is clearly like a force of nature. He's clearly teleporting at points. He clearly knows events that he shouldn't know. Like this entire series has stuff like that in it, but I just think in this movie it is really, really weird.
It's really obvious, yeah.
Yeah.
It's more obvious in this movie. But I also think that this movie has more to say than any of the other Halloween movies.
What does this movie have to say?
It's like it's the ultimate anti-capitalist movie. It talks about consumer culture and the commercialization of Halloween. There's that great dialogue at the end that I'm not going to talk about, but there's where a speech is given about like how Halloween has turned into this. People put on how they put on masks and they go beg for candy.
In that same speech, he talked about
in the industrialization of like a small town and the effects of that small town on the people that already live there.
In that same conversation, the same guy he gets asked, "Why are you doing this?" And he basically goes, "Because it's freaking dope." He goes, "Why not?" Like what?
Well, he's like, "Oh yeah, it's a prank or whatever." But he also talks about the other thing. He also talks about the other stuff, though. Is what I'm saying. He talks about the commercialization of Halloween and how like people basically how Halloween has been taken over by like consumer culture, and this is what it really meant. There's a meaning, but then he also is like, it's freaking dope.
He's like, "Why are you doing this?" He's like, "Why not, man? You play tricks on kids. That's fucking sick."
He's like, ultimate prank.
Yeah. I think he literally goes, "It's the ultimate prank."
No, he really is like, yeah, it's like it's the greatest joke of all time. It's the punchline is, I'm not gonna, it's spoiler. We'll get the spoilers.
Another question.
Oh no, go ahead.
Where do the bugs and the snakes come from?
Okay, yes. Okay, we'll get in the spoilers. See, the bugs and the snakes coming out of the people and the mask and all that stuff doesn't make sense.
That's creepy. It is creepy, but it's magic.
It's nonsensical.
Well, you said the movie's about commercialism or whatever. It kind of comes off like we hate the Irish or something. Like,
what?
Am I wrong?
Yes, you're wrong.
Everything in this movie is like, man, that's Irish magic. Shamrock. Irish suck. Like, this is what the Irish do. Like, what? No.
Well, no. It was the main villain, Mr. Cochran, is like talking about how in the Nordic islands this used to be the way, and such like that. So I don't think this movie is anti-Irish. I don't think people on Twitter should cancel cancel Season of the Witch.
What is that? But I'm not saying specifically it is an anti-Irish movie. I'm saying that it comes off as very anti-Irish when they go, Stonehenge, Irish Magic, Halloween. It's weird. It's a weird movie.
It is a weird movie, and it's definitely not as straightforward as the original Halloween, but I think the movie's just understood and misunderstood. It's just misunderstood.
Yeah, dude.
It's just misunderstood.
Do you think this is a horror movie? Is it scary?
Is it scary? No, but it is creepy. It's less of The Thing and more of like Invasion of the Body Snatchers or like Stepford Wives. Like, do you think that like Get Out? Do you think that Get Out is scary?
I will say the creepiest scenes in this movie are the ones that are not meant to be creepy.
And I think that wait, I'll go back. And this is a horror mystery. I think that this plays more upon the mystery than it does the horror. I think it's a mystery movie with horror elements in it. So I think like when the kids' faces melt off because of the mask, and then like the snakes and stuff, and the crickets come out, that's more horror. But then I think that the rest of the movie is mystery. And I think that there's definitely at the beginning, before things kind of pick up, I think that the mystery, I don't know, there could be more clues and more like, there could be more things that are dropped into the movie to make it more interesting at the beginning. Like, I don't know, like Seven is a horror mystery movie, but it's interesting all throughout it before they even get to what, like the big reveal. I mean, there's not really a big reveal besides, the killer. But I don't know. I think that this movie definitely has its flaws, and it could be done a lot better. But I think that it's an all right movie, and I have a lot of fun with it every time I watch it. And I think that the score is absolutely killer. I think that this movie nails. I mean, I don't know. It's everything that's right about an 80s movie, an 80s horror movie, but then it's also a lot of things that are wrong with 80s horror movies. Like there's an awkward sex scene in there for no reason.
He's like 80 years old and she's like 20.
He's like, yeah, and then he stops and he's like, wait, how old are you? And she's like, don't worry, I'm much older than I look. And I'm like, why if it's even a question,
why'd you even put it in there?
Yeah. Oh my God. Like, and them actually getting together didn't need to happen for the plot of the movie. I don't get that. There's just, I don't know. And the thing is, this movie was like, it was like the studio went after and they sought after this like sci-fi horror writer, like British sci-fi horror writer. And then he brought the script to the studio, and then they didn't like it. So they asked John Carpenter to do a rewrite. And then Tommy Lee Wallace, the director, did another rewrite on top of it. And then the original writer sued to get his name off. And then John Carpenter didn't want his name on it either. But apparently, I don't know. I want to read the original script if that's out there somewhere.
I don't think the sci-fi elements in the final movie feel really tacked on. Like, what is it? There were androids and the laser shooting out of the hockey puck or whatever she's messing with.
Hockey puck?
I don't remember. She's in the bed messing with it, and she takes her hairpin out. And like, why are you doing that?
I don't know why. She was like, "Oh, hey, what's this?" Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. And I don't know, but I don't know. I don't think that they were. I thought he was using the Stonehenge witchcraft to make the androids. I don't think that they were alluding to androids already existing when Stonehenge was around. That's not really.
At one point he goes, "Oh, this android's been around like for a long time or something." So I don't remember.
I thought you were talking about Stonehenge. No, it was Cochran, Mr. Cochran. I thought he was a.
Maybe I was thinking of another part, but I swear he ended up being an android. But I watched this movie today. I don't remember.
But Oh yeah, we were talking about earlier in the non-spoiler section about Alien and how they basically just. I mean they and yeah they just. I was gonna say they kind of copied it, but then they didn't really. They
She's
basically
not.
copied it.
She's Ellie or whoever. She's not a
Yeah.
kid. Like I don't want my daughter looking up to her. I don't have a daughter, but if I did,
No, I don't.
the 80-year-old
They didn't
man,
copy her in
yeah.
that. They didn't copy in that way. I mean, like the look of the androids and like instead of
Oh,
milk coming out
yeah.
of their mouths, then orange juice comes out of their mouths.
That's why I was thinking of orange juice, dude.
Orange juice.
It's so weird.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't mind the orange juice coming out of their mouths.
Well, yeah. I mean, it had to be something. It's like oil or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I just wish I want the Halloween 3 season of which cinematic universe because I need these plot points to be expanded upon. I want to know is Stonehenge, is it alien? Is it witchcraft? What is it? Why are they shooting lasers? Why don't the robots shoot lasers if that hockey puck can?
I wish I could. Go ahead. Go on.
Why does he want to kill these kids? Because it's dope. I get it.
It's dope, dude. Killing kids is cool.
Dope. He's like, it's the ultimate prank, but like
it's the ultimate prank. Killing all the kids in America. The ultimate prank. No one can outdo this prank.
Like, what was his game plan? what was his game plan after that, dude? He's like, all right, all the kids. Is it all the kids? Like, does every single kid in America have a Shamrock mask on?
It really seemed like it.
Are there bands driving around every neighborhood? Go and get inside.
I mean, I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how they mobilized these androids. They just like put them on planes or something, and because they did show at the end, they were like, "Yeah, this is Montana. This is in Arizona, and there's vans everywhere."
Is, the creepiest shot in the movie is the kids walking against the backdrop of Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh my gosh.
I think they use it for the poster, but like that shot is so creepy. I love shots like that.
It's so well done. Oh my god.
And that's it. That's the only part that's well done. No.
You did say the rest was boring. That's how you started.
At the end where it turns into Blade Runner, I thought that part was cool.
I don't know. I think I don't know. I thought about this when you were talking. I mean, you were talking about the universe, and I thought about this afterward. Like, and I was like, man, I wonder what a sequel to this movie would look like. But this movie is kind of just, you can't make a sequel to this movie. All the kids are dead, and
the kids weren't the main characters. I like how he's on the phone arguing with his wife. He's like, please just make them take the mask off. She's like, what? No.
She's like, no, you're just jealous. They don't even know your name anymore. You're an alcoholic. Are you drunk? And oh my god.
She's played by what's her face from
Halloween
1.
Yeah. I think Linda or Annie, I think is her name.
Yeah.
This movie has a couple connections to Halloween 1.
Yeah, they keep playing the original Superior movie on the television, and then he kicks it because I guess he doesn't like it.
He's like, man, turn this crap off. No one wants to watch this. Michael Myers is stupid. Watch my movie instead.
Yeah, that's a no for him, dude. It's Tom Atkins, right?
Yeah, and yeah,
he's like 80 in this movie. I don't like it. He's not a good hero.
And there's I gotta disagree with you there. He's an everyman. He's good. He plays a good everyman. This could be me. I could be that doctor.
That could be you?
Detective.
Listen, if a guy blows himself up in my parking lot, I'm not.
That was so cool. If this had happened, that's what I'm saying. There's elements in this movie that are like, if that had happened in any other movie, and they had, I don't know. Like that part, just like this whole, like the beginning is great. Like when they, like all the way up until like the android gets into the car, pours gas on himself and lights the car on fire and it explodes. Like that is great. They had a really great like jumping off point right there. But then they like sour it with like the relationship between the doctor and Ellie.
Yeah, is that what started? It wasn't,
but and like they captured
the rest of the movie.
They captured
that,
but they captured like the small town element of like the outsiders and like everyone that was in the stores, like looking out at them as they're driving past and like being really creepy. Obviously, that's stolen from like Invasion of the Body Snatchers and like.
Listen,
but
you want to know the one way to improve this movie?
What? Tell me.
Have almost every person in the movie besides him be an android. And at the end, it turns out that everyone he knows has been replaced by an android. And then the kids die because that's still a pretty dope prank.
But no, how I don't see how that could have worked. How could everyone
you'd have to
around
rewrite the whole movie, wouldn't you? You'd have to just make a better movie. That's nuts.
That's a dope prank right there. Rewriting the movie.
The ultimate prank.
The ultimate movie. The ultimate prank. Just rewriting Halloween 3 Season of the Witch.
Listen, all I'm saying is that the androids were not scary. Nothing in this movie was scary besides them walking in Phoenix, Arizona, which is scary in itself.
Did you not like the shot of all of the androids just standing outside of the apartment?
Yeah, I do remember that.
And then like them breaking down the hotel door.
I still think the androids are scary. Because you remember the part where he's like, "Oh, I remember them," and it's just them standing in like an alleyway and like under like an umbrella, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Like I said, there's parts of this movie that aren't great, but
it has the potential to be a better movie. Yeah.
It definitely has the potential, and I think I don't know. I think I like what it does well more than the faults. I can overlook the flaws, just like in Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers is a great movie, and I can, even though somehow this creature fucks with people's radios before he kills them and makes them listen to a song.
The ultimate prank in that universe.
The ultimate prank. I'm gonna show this guy Justin Long what's up. He's not gonna know what's coming. Oh wait, he is, because I'm gonna make him listen to a cover of this song.
The name of this episode of your podcast should definitely be The Ultimate Prank.
The Ultimate Prank.
Season 3. Halloween season. I said Halloween
3. The Ultimate Prank.
They pranked the moviegoers.
They really did. See that? Oh my God! What if that's maybe? What if the right? I'm giving the writers.
That's the dude.
I'm giving the writers too much. We're giving the writers too much credit, saying that they were the social commentary.
At the end of the movie, they were talking directly to the audience.
The ultimate prank. We got you guys in the theater and took your fucking money. You idiots.
Not too many people though. There must have been some commercials. That's true. Did not make a lot of money.
That's true. See, the ultimate prank was they were trying to prank the audience, and then they got pranked.
The ultimate prank is you prank yourself. This movie made $14 million on a budget of $2.5.
Oh my God! This movie 2.5. Oh wow. Jordan, do you have anything else to say about this movie that you hate?
Watch this. Like,
would you recommend?
Find someone who has never. Yeah, actually, find someone who has never seen the Halloween series. Show them 1 and 2, and then show them this one as the ultimate prank and see what happens.
That's the ultimate prank. And be like, okay, this one's the best one. Michael Myers does some really gnarly pranks in this one. I don't know. Yeah, I would recommend this movie. Like I said,
I'd recommend it. Just if you're watching the entire series, watch this movie.
Yeah, but you also say that, and this is the part where we rewind and play your own words, and where
I didn't watch it with my girlfriend, but she didn't.
Yeah.
But I've seen every Halloween movie before, and I went, I don't know if you'll like this one. It is our Michael Myers in it. Do you want to watch it? And that was her. That she watched it today. She thought it was okay. She thought it was average. But at the time, if we're watching
all of the Michael Myers,
if we watch the first 2 movies in the same day, we're not gonna go Halloween 3 season of Michael Myers. Like, no, it's watch it to see if you disagree with the critics. But I don't think many people are gonna watch this and go, it deserves to be a cult classic. I don't think it's that good. But I also have bad opinions, so
I don't know. I would recommend people to watch it, and I think that this is all the time that we have. I would. Well, hold on. Actually, pause.
I'm shilling our off-topic movie podcast at the end of this.
That's okay.
We need viewers because the only view we have is you. I didn't even watch it, apparently.
Wow. So wait, you were talking about having people watch it to see if they agreed with critics or not. Yeah, on Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 42% for critics, and then audience scored as a 27%. See, I don't think that.
I don't agree with the critics.
Yeah,
I think it's worse.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I would recommend people watch it. I think that's it. I think this is all the time we have. Thank you, Jordan, for being on. I definitely have to have you on and do some more horror movies for October. That's coming up. Maybe this will probably air, like first week of October. That would make sense.
We'll have some more film by then. I'm sure you'll invite me back.
Wait, what?
I said we'll have some more film by then if you invite me back. So
yeah, that's true. I mean, there's endless films. Jordan, where can the people find you on the internet? Where you want them to find you?
Well, the only place you should find me is on the Off Topic Movie Podcast YouTube channel, where I co-host with your host right here. We talk about literally everything. Recently, it's been mostly how much Steven hates Disney. By the time this goes up, I'll have a clip of a really old clip at that point of you talking about how much you hate Mulan and Star Wars and Marvel. So hopefully people find that interesting. And come there every week if you want to see what is this podcast called?
This is called the Movie Club Podcast.
If you want to see the Movie Club Podcast Extended Universe.
Ooh.
Because we talk about...
Wait, whoa.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Oh my God. This is the MCEU. Extended Universe.
Yeah.
I mean, it could just be the MCU, but that's already.
We talk about a lot there. We talk about a lot. Very, very opinion based. Just come watch.
It's a weekly movie news podcast, kinda, but as the name suggests, we get off topic, and I rant about Disney a lot apparently.
I started, but it's interesting. So go there.
So we will link that in the description so you can check that out. And like I said, Jordan, thank you for being on. I hope to have you on again.
No problem. I enjoyed it.
And thank you for listening. I hope that you will come back next Wednesday if you're watching this on YouTube, or Tuesday if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or Google Play or whatever. I always forget about this part, but Trey's going to do his outro, so he's just probably going to cut out my outro. Goodbye.
You don't really know much about Halloween. Halloween, the barriers will be down between the real and the unreal. And the dead might be looking in. The last great one took place 3,000 years ago when the hills ran red. Halloween, the chill.
You happen to know anything about this Cochran?
All I can tell you, mister, is watch out. He's watching you, friend, I guarantee you that.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. Make sure that you check out the other shows that we have on the Facebook, the other main podcast that comes out every other Tuesday. Make sure you leave a like, share it with your friends and your family. Go check out our YouTube where we have content from other Production 1200 works. And make sure you follow us on the Instagram. We post sometimes there. We'll do more. We'll try. Maybe. Like us on iTunes podcast, rate and review. Give us them 5 stars. And we'll see you next time.